So the great thing about getting work done is that it is entirely free. Welcome to America.
What? Don't tell them that. We wish it was free.
It's not free. So let's talk about financing. How do you finance the surgery?
Let me be great, yeah, feeling great. I can't wait till my girl wake up and make me a freak shake. I like it sweet, like this beat, like an ice cream truck is cruising down the street. Every time I take a bath, she make me lose my mind, yeah.
We're gonna talk about how to finance your surgery.
So with financing your surgery, there are 3 options. The first one is to pay for it out of pocket. If you don't have the cash to just drop right away, you save up money and you pay for it in cash. The second option is to get out a loan or a credit card and then you pay it back. There are medical loans that you could take out, or you can just take out a regular loan, preferably.
What about a student loan?
A loan, they won't know. You pay for it. I mean, shoot, if you really want to.
We are not advising that, but I just, planted that seed.
Or if you really want to be like, you could go ahead and use your tax refund. Another way to pay for it, I found this very interesting. This guy created a crowdfunding. He did a GoFundMe and he wrote down his very loving story about his journey. And then he had put it down that he wanted to raise money for about $15,000 to $20,000. He ended up getting about $10,000 over what he was requesting.
Really?
Yes. So, I mean, hey, at this point, it's very expensive because you have to take account into a lot of things, not just the surgery itself.
But I think what people need to know before we go into all the other costs is, and it's a part of that,
Yes.
how much are we talking about? How much is this going to set somebody back? I know it depends on what work is done, but can you talk a little bit about that?
So it depends on the surgery and it depends on the location. I mean, the cheapest surgery that I found, it was about $2,000, and that's just with Botox injections. Those are all included. For lipo, the cheapest I found was about $4,000, and it was with a decent surgeon. And then you can go anywhere, like way up into the multi-$1,000s, like head to toe. You'd be easily paying over $100,000 for some work. Yes. The final way to pay for it is through your medical insurance. Okay. And so that part is really hard because there are a couple of requirements that you have to meet in order for your insurance company.
And everybody always has the issue with your insurance not wanting to approve things.
Yes,
right? So
they don't want to pay for stuff.
Getting work done is one of those things.
Yeah.
We're not paying for your teeth.
Yeah, we don't do aesthetics.
No.
So you have to have over a certain amount of BMI. You have to have the issue, like you're overweight or whatever is crippling you to a point where, okay, I have to have this surgery. Then on top of that, then they have certain doctors that's within the PPO and HMO that will cover that. You can't just go out to where I had a doctor, Dr. Alvarez. He doesn't do insurances. You have to pay cash or credit with him. So then you don't get your pick of doctors when you go through your medical insurances. So it is possible. I had a friend that she had a breast reduction. Her breasts were too heavy. It hurt her back, her shoulders. So then she got a doctor, a nice doctor, and he did a breast reduction for her.
One of the ways I think that is real creative is to start a social media channel, page, account, and do something that, gathers you a lot of fans and followers. And if you bring a package to a doctor and say, look, if you give me work, I'm going to put this on my account, you would be surprised there are doctors who are willing to make deals with you. Because your friends and your followers, when they see that you got work done, they're going to go to that doctor. So essentially, you're kind of serving as an ambassador.
And the best business that you get is from word of mouth. So most businesses, their guaranteed business is usually from a reference, not from an advertisement.
Yeah.
So if I tell my friend, you got to go to this doctor, she's more than likely to go to that doctor than what she saw on a commercial or
because people want to see real people, see and feel real people. So if you're really social media savvy that might be a way that you go about it. But I think one of the important things to remember that you taught me was that when you make a decision, it can be expensive, but you have to understand that it's also about your health.
Yes.
And that your health matters.
You get what you pay for. Yes.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of research, and I was a part of a lot of social media groups, and this is all the conversations that women are having. The question is, how do I get my surgery paid for? That's the only way you can get it paid for, through your insurance. And then the other ways is just crowdfunding, or take out a loan, or save the money yourself. Those are the ways to pay for your surgery.